Hi students, this is lesson 1-7, and today again we're focusing on three-dimensional figures, but by the end of this lesson you will be able to find their surface area. The lesson for tomorrow is about volume, yesterday was about drawing the nets of the figures, today is about finding their surface area. So let's start by looking at this pyramid. To find the surface area of this pyramid, I would first draw the net of the shape. It's a great idea right now to pause the video and think for a second. What is that going to look like if I unfold those sides? If you're picturing something like this, you are right on. It's a square and 4 triangles. So we need to add up the area of the base, that square, plus the area of all of the faces, the triangles. And I kind of have these switched around. The base is the square and the faces are the triangles. Alright, so you know how to find the area of a square, you know how to find the area of triangles. Let's start with the triangles. So the height of this triangle is 5, the base is 6, so we are going to multiply 5 times 6, which is 30, and divide by 2. So 15 is the area of each triangle. There's 4 of them, so I'm going to multiply by 4. The area of the square is going to be 6 by 6, which is 36. And if we add that all up, we end up with 96 centimeters squared for the area of this pyramid. But it's important to keep the height of shapes separate from their slant height. In this case, we're using the slant height, not the height. So they gave us some extra information that we don't need because right now we're just trying to find the height of that actual triangle to find its area. Later when we talk about volume, we will be using the height of this pyramid. Alright, example 2. Find the surface area of this cylinder. So we're going to do the same thing. Can you picture what the net of this shape is going to look like if we unwrap the whole cylinder? Well, we're going to have 2 circles and a rectangle. So we need to find the area of 2 circles, those 2 bases, and we need to find the area of that rectangle, the face. If you remember, area of circle is found by pi r squared, and we have 2 of them. And the area of this rectangle is going to be found by the height between the 2 circles. So that's actually this side here. And we're going to multiply it by the length of the rectangle, which was wrapped around the circle. So that's the same thing as the circumference, so pi times d. So this is kind of my general formula. The radius is 6. The diameter is 6 times 2, which is 12. And the height of the shape is 18. So if we know all of those pieces of information, we can plug them into the formula. And, you know, r squared, so 6 squared is 36. 36 times 2 is 72. And the diameter is 12. The height we know is 18. 12 times 18 is 216. And then we can add those coefficients for a total surface area of 288 pi centimeters squared, or an approximated surface area of 904.8 centimeters squared. We're going to do one last example here, and we're going to find the surface area of this rectangular prism. And to do that, again, first we need to picture the net of the shape. So if we unwrap that prism, we are going to have 4 faces and 2 bases. And in this case, we can see that 2 and 2 of the faces will be the same. So we're going to find the area of the bases and add them to the area of the faces. Let's go through how I got this. Well, let's start with the bases. 6 times 5.2, and there's 2 of them. Let me outline those for you. Right here and right here. So that gives me the 62.4. And this back side here is going to be 6 times 10. And there's 2 of those again. 6 times 10 is 60. 60 times 2 is 120. That was from our bases. And then lastly, this bottom down here is 5.2 times 10. And then there's 2 of those. So we multiply that by 2, and that gives me the 104. And if I add those all up, I get 286.4 centimeters squared.